There's a picture of me in the hospital. There's a picture of the fracture. And there's a picture of the fracture after surgery. My first little word of advice, it's better to stay on your bike than come off of it. And if you do, stay away from rocks. Are you looking to learn more about natural pet health and wellness? You've come to the right place. Click the link to subscribe to Veterinary Secrets. This happened a week ago. I'm starting to feel much better now. But these are the top 5 things I'm using, and you can also use if your dog or cat has broken a bone and you want to speed bone healing. Number 1, additional key bone minerals. These are the oh so important bone nutrients: calcium, magnesium. When your dog or cat has broken a bone, one of the big key things is ensuring there's additional nutrients than the bone is going to need to remodel. The bone has got to heal, it's got to form a callus, it's going to get itself restabilized. 2 of the most important nutrients that may be beneficial if you actually supplement them in terms of you're providing additional nutrients, that is calcium and magnesium. And in general, it's just a great idea to provide additional calcium and magnesium if your pet has broken a bone, which means this has increased absorption. You're going to get more of it into your dog or cat system. 2 tablespoons of this, which is the standard human dose, that has almost 200 milligrams of magnesium, 150 milligrams of calcium. I would equate that then to a standard dog or cat dose at 1 teaspoon per 20 pounds of body weight daily. Here's another calcium magnesium supplement in a tablet formation. It has 300 milligrams of calcium, 167 milligrams of magnesium. I would suggest a dog and cat dose at about 1/4 of a tablet per 20 pounds of body weight daily. And that would give you about 40 milligrams of magnesium, about 80 milligrams of calcium. Number 2, these are 2 lesser known minerals which have been seriously studied, have been shown to specifically increase bone healing in animals. We have a key micronutrient. This is zinc, and a super common known vitamin, vitamin C. One recent study was looking at zinc supplementation and its effect on fracture healing. And what they found, surprisingly, that zinc supplementation contributed to speeding fracture healing. Yes, this key micronutrient, it was speeding the healing of fractures. Zinc is not only a component of bone tissue, it also helps synthesize the collagen matrix. Scientists have been able to study and show that zinc, it actually stimulates the differentiation of osteoblasts. Osteoblasts, these are the specific bone cells which produce new bone. These are the most important cells responsible for bone healing. Meaning it's kind of like a no-brainer. Your dog or cat has a fracture, get them on some supplemental zinc. And zinc itself is also a very safe nutrient. Maximum allowable levels in dog food are huge. We're looking at 0.5 milligram per pound of body weight once or twice daily. Tula is 20 pounds. I would be giving her 10 milligrams once a day. These are 50 milligrams zinc tablets. She'd be getting 1/5 of the tablet once a day. And I'm taking these. Then there's the super benign vitamin, vitamin C. There's been a number of different animal studies studying bone healing. And what they found is supplemental vitamin C, that it is going to increase the rate that the bone heals. They're seeing the vitamin C, it's affecting the osteoblasts, increased osteoblast activity, increased new bone formation. You have a callus that is forming quicker. And that's the big thing that is ultimately stabilizing that fracture. And that's what I'm going for. They're not exactly sure how it's happening, but they're wondering if some of it is from vitamin C antioxidant effects. Somehow that's then affecting the osteoblasts. They can work more effectively. But regardless, a number of different studies, especially in animals, and they found that vitamin C, it increases the rate that the fracture is going to heal. So you want to have your dog or cat on additional vitamin C. It's very safe. The one thing you just need to look out for is diarrhea. So start a little bit low. A pretty typical dose, about 100 milligrams per 10 pounds of body weight daily. So Tula would need about 1/4 of these tablets once a day. If you give more, you're not going to do any harm, albeit it could lead to diarrhea. So just stay within that recommended dose. I think it's a really good chance. It's also going to help stimulate bone healing. Great thing to be on. Number 3, this is a traditional herb which is strongly advised by the majority of the alternative practitioners. This is comfrey. It comes in oral as well as a topical formulation. Comfrey, it's also known as bone set. It can decrease pain, can lower inflammation. One of the ingredients in comfrey, it's called allantoin, that appears to help stimulate new bone production, as well as it has rosmarinic acid, and that's a great natural anti-inflammatory. And if you talk to an herbalist, one of the first things they're going to say, if you've got a fracture, your dog or cat has a fracture, get some topical comfrey, get yourself a homeopathic comfrey preparation. Apply a small amount topically over top of your dog or cat's fracture twice daily. The one big caveat here is you want to ensure that your dog or cat is not licking it, because the standard preparations of comfrey, they're not safe to ingest. This is the homeopathic comfrey tablets, and they can be given orally. The safe oral consumption, that comes with homeopathic comfrey, which we have here. Pretty standard dog and cat amount, 1 30C capsule per 20 pounds of body weight twice daily. I'm taking 2 of these 30C capsules 4 times a day. Number 4, another mineral-rich herb which can help the bone. This is a plant found near my backyard, named after a horsetail. It's especially high in silica, which is a key bone mineral. But horsetail, it has traditionally been used for bone fractures since there's been additional studies. What some of the studies have shown is that it actually decrease osteoclast production or osteoclast activity. So either the bone cells are responsible for eating up the bone. We don't want those things going on. But we do want, it stimulates osteoblast activity. The osteoblasts, they're the bone cells responsible for stimulating new bone production. So that's what this is doing. Like, another really good reason to have your dog or cat on this if they've got a fracture. Here's horsetail as a supplement formation in a capsule. Each capsule has 5 milligrams of horsetail. Standard dose, 1 milligram of horsetail per 20 pounds of body weight daily. So a medium to large dog, they get 1 of these capsules once a day. I'm taking 1 of these twice a day. Number 5, some of the medicinal ingredients found in the cannabis plant. CBD or cannabidiol and CBG or cannabigerol. There's well over 100 different medicinal ingredients within the cannabis plant. The 2 most common ones are THC, the psychoactive portion, CBD or cannabidiol, the non-psychoactive portion. And one in particular, CBG, has been specifically studied and shown to increase the rate of bone healing. One Penn State study, they were looking at CBD and CBG and seeing how it affected bone healing. What they found is that both treatments, they led to higher bone volume fraction and mineral density. Initially, what they were doing is they were comparing the cannabinoids to the NSAIDs, i.e. the Metacam. They're saying that the cannabinoids, they were providing pain relief, but also specifically affecting the fracture, actually increase the rate of fracture healing, which is kind of one of the big key things that you want. What we want to do is give us something that's going to also make us feel better. So I'll tell you, I'm on a whole bunch of cannabinoids now, but also help our lesion, our fracture heal. So this is doing 2 things. Makes me feel better, I'm not taking NSAIDs, and I'm having my fracture heal faster. If your dog or cat has a fracture, I really encourage you to get something like your cannabinoid blend. Just ensure it's going to have CBD as well as CBG. The standard dose of our Ultimate Cannabinoid Blend, it is 3 milligrams per 10 pounds of body weight daily, and that can be given twice daily for the first 1 to 2 weeks when you're dealing with a fracture. Thanks so much for watching this edition of Veterinary Secrets of my unfortunate bike injury, subsequent fracture, but now fracture repair. If your dog or cat is ever to have a fracture, I encourage you to utilize some of those remedies to speed fracture healing. Click up there to subscribe, hit the bell to sign up for notifications, and when you click that link directly in the box below, I can send you a copy of my free book. Stitch Ensure it's going to have CBD as well. Someone's here.